Hello everybody, it is a warm summer day here in beautiful Sedona, Arizona, and in today's video I'm going to take you around the VOC, which is the Village of Oak Creek, and I'm going to show you some of the communities that have a private community pool. There's about five to eight that I'm going to drive through today, and I'm going to just show you around the neighborhood, give you a little bit of information about the homes that are available to live in these neighborhoods. Now it is mid-July, very warm day. It's going to be about 98 degrees. My backyard does not have a pool, as you can see. I mean, it is nice that it's a somewhat large yard, but wow, on a day like today, I really wish I had a pool, and yet it's sometimes difficult to maintain and put in a pool. So you might like one of these communities here in the Village of Oak Creek that have a community pool. So my name is Dawn Dickinson, and I live in beautiful Sedona, Arizona, here in the Village of Oak Creek, and I am an active real estate agent. So if you ever have a question about buying or selling a home in Sedona or Verde Valley, reach out and give me a call, text, or an email. I will get back to you. My contact information is always in the description below. So today we're going to drive through some of these neighborhoods and walk through some of these neighborhoods. We're starting out driving through the Ridge. The Ridge is a very nice community that is behind the Hilton Resort here in Village of Oak Creek, behind the golf course, and these are mostly townhomes, but they are very nice townhomes. These were built in about 1985 to 2001 and is a gated community. What is really nice about this subdivision is that you were allowed to use the amenities of the Hilton Health Spa, the Sedona Health Club. I actually belong to this health club, so to me this would be a great benefit. I pay $130 a month for my gym membership, which allows you to use the community pool, go to all of the classes. There is a nice little gym and some great workout equipment if you are interested in this neighborhood. Now, the prices for the homes in here range right now. Of course, it's July 2025. The lowest price I see is $785,000 and all the way up to $1.2 million. The HOA is $350 a month, but for all you get, in this case, I would say it's a good deal because the Hilton Health Club, Sedona Health Club membership is $130 by itself. So if you're paying $350 a month, and that includes some exterior maintenance and landscaping and access to the community pool and facilities, not a bad plan. These are all townhomes, and they were built between 1985 and 2001. Okay, the next subdivision I'm going to take you through today, I'm going to actually walk through this because it looks a little bit like a condo community. These are all condos, Oak Creek Estados. Now these are very nice, but the problem is there are a lot of rentals in here, short-term and long-term rentals, which makes it somewhat unwarrantable, meaning difficult to get financing. Now, it's not that you can't get financing in here, but you're not going to get FHA or VA. You're going to get a conventional loan, and you may have to pay higher down payment, like 20 to 25% or more. Again, lenders will have to work that out with you, but more difficult to finance these. The other thing that I don't particularly like is they're stacked. You got 2 stories. So I, at my age, don't like to be in a second floor condo anymore. So if you're underneath, you will have somebody above you. That can kind of be a pain. It does have a very nice public pool, and there's a second community jacuzzi. Now, I tried to get some pictures of the community pool, but there were people with their kids swimming in there. People don't really like you filming them when they've got little kids out in the pool. In fact, that was a big problem on my tour. Every time I went out, and I went 2 or 3 times back to some of these pools, and there were always people, and that's kind of difficult. So I'm going to show you some photographs instead of me walking around with the camera. But anyhow, we're going back to Oak Creek Estados here, built in from 1984 to 1986. You have condos with 1 and 2 bedrooms. They are very popular because they allow short-term rentals, in one of the few areas in the village of Oak Creek that allow the short-term rentals. Right now, I'm seeing 1 and 2 bedrooms in here going for $415,000 a unit to $550,000, $600,000, depending on their size and, of course, how well they have been renovated. The HOA kind of depends a little bit. I've seen it listed as low as $350 a month, up to $420 a month. So it kind of depends on the unit, or I don't know. Sometimes I see it listed in the MLS, and the agent may have had it a little bit wrong. But it is very nice, very nice peaceful walk through here, lush landscape, and a very nice community pool. So Oak Creek Estados, again, this is just as you're coming into the village of Oak Creek. Very nice community. I think you would like it in here. Okay, next I am taking you to Canyon Mesa Townhomes. Now these are very nice. I really like this. Again, this is a gated community. These are townhomes, and also short-term rentals are, or maybe allowed in here. You would have to verify that. These were built in the late 1980s, early 1990s, from about, 86 to maybe 93. Right now, you see this beautiful golf course. The one thing that's really nice about these condos is that they have garages. A lot of them have garages, which is great for a condo. I actually have a condo in Chandler. I mean, I live here in the village of Oak Creek, but I have a vacation home in Chandler. If that had a garage, I could stay there, but it's kind of hard to, take your groceries and trek them across the complex. So it's nice to have a garage. These are also very nice and tastefully put together condos. Right now I'm seeing units in here selling for about $456,000 to $899,000. Again, this is just a beautiful community that I think you would love living here. The downside, though, is it has a very high HOA. I am seeing it listed for $645,000 a month. If you are interested in the community, let me know. I could reach out to some of the listing agents and see if that is correct. But either way, it is a very high HOA, but a beautiful community, nicely located, gated, with garages on the unit, and the beautiful views and the beautiful golf course. I think you would like living here too. Okay, next is one of my favorite communities with a community pool, and it's the Los Pedros community. Now, this is very nice because within this community you have both single-family homes and you have townhomes. Now, I have a friend that has a townhome in here. The townhome is bigger than my house, and the view is fantastic. Some of them, if they are situated just right, have a great view of Bell Rock, Courthouse Butte, Castle. I mean, it's got great views if you are situated the correct way. Then there's also the community pool is very nice. Again, every time I went there to film the community pool, somebody was there glaring at me for pointing a camera at them, especially sometimes I don't really want to show you, an 80-year-old couple out there sunbathing in their bathing suits. So I'm going to show you some photographs of this. But the HOA in Los Pedros varies, and it's going to be based on the type. Do you have one of the townhomes, or do you have one of the single-family homes? I have seen it as low as $263 a month and as high as just over $400 a month for the HOA. Some of them have a secondary HOA at $538 a year on top of that. These were built starting in about 1998 and maybe up to 2004. Now, I've seen a few newer ones in there where there's been a lot for sale and somebody has put something in there more recently, but a nice community. I have swam in this pool myself, and I really like it. I also could consider living here. The townhomes have garages, and some of them that are 2 stories. It's 2 stories within the unit, so you aren't stacked. You just have your own unit, and you could have your bedroom upstairs with a beautiful balcony and a great view of, Courthouse Butte and Bell Rock. So nice here. You've got some single-family homes. You've got some townhomes, different little communities, all within Los Pedros, and they all have this beautiful community pool. I am seeing homes listed in Los Pedros right now, again, July 2025, between $650,000 and $1.1 million. Okay, so right now we're going to go to Firecliff. What I like about Firecliff is they are single family homes, but they have very small yards. So they're like townhomes, but they are completely detached, but you don't have a lot of room. You do have a little yard. So this is nice if you are older and don't want to do a lot of landscaping, or if you are a part-time resident that you are completely detached, but it's kind of like a patio home or a townhouse community, but you have your own space. These are, again, single family homes on small lots, not connected. They're built in the early 2000s, like 2004, 2005. Has a very nice community pool. I went back here 3 times. Again, it's summertime, so people are out swimming, but I even went out there like at 8 a.m. There's people in the pool. So again, I'm going to show you some photographs. But the HOA fee, not too bad. It's about $650 for the entire quarter. And right now I am seeing homes listed in here for sale from $660,000 to $1 million. The views can be great. You can see Courthouse Butte or Bell Rock or some of the other red rocks from some of the units, depending on which way you're facing, or maybe from your backyard. So this is a very nice community that I would consider. The ride into here, if you're taking Suncliffs into the community, is very nice as well. Okay, so my next community I'm going to show you is the Sedona Sunrise condos. Now, these are going to be the lowest price probably in all of Village of Oak Creek for you to find a unit, even lower some of them than some of the manufactured homes on land. So what you would have is a 2-bedroom or a 1-bedroom apartment style condo. Now these were originally apartments, so they are apartment converts, and originally these were cash only, but I'm seeing now that people are financing them, so that is nice. Does allow short-term rentals, so this could be a problem if you want to be a permanent resident, because you would have your neighbors that might be vacationers, but it also is very attractive if you're looking just for an investment. Now the problem I have with these is they are, apartment converts, but the problem I have is if you are older like I am, don't really like to have to go upstairs to get to my unit. I could just see myself with my dogs walking and have them trip me because they wrap their leash around my legs sometimes, So to me, the stairs isn't good, and the fact that if you are downstairs, you will have a person above you. But these are very attractive because you could have a nice unit for what has recently sold as low as $255,000, and the highest one in here right now is $320,000. Again, it's going to depend on the size. If you have a 1-bed, 1-bath, 600 square foot unit, it could be a little bit lower, but this is a way to get into Sedona and to buy a home. These were built in the mid-1980s and up to about 1991. The HOA is about $270 to $330 for the unit per month, and you do get this nice community pool. Okay, the last place I'm going to talk about today is Sundance. Now, Sundance is one of the older townhouse communities here in the Village of Oak Creek, but it's nice because it's got a unique look to it. It is very close to the Village of Oak Creek Country Club and golf course, so if you like a golf course community, not all of them are on the course, but some of them are very close and you can see out on the golf course, which is very nice. These are built in the mid-1980s, about 1982 to 1984. You do have a variety of sizes. They all have garages, which is nice. You can have a 2-bed, 2-bath, up to maybe a 4-bed, 2-bath. Some of them are larger. I had one listed in here a couple of years ago that was about 1,500 square feet, but I know they are in the low 2,000 square feet also, square foot. Also, the prices right now are in the low 500,000s to the mid 600,000. The nice thing about this community is it's very green looking. You have a lot of grass. You have these big, beautiful trees, green trees. Some of them have nice views of the red rocks, and there is a community pool. Community pool on this place is a little bit small, but still pretty nice. Now, the thing I didn't like about it is the HOA seems a little bit high. It's paid quarterly, but it comes out to about $350 or a little more a month. So if you don't like the high HOA fee, of course that is a problem with the townhouse community, right? There are townhouses and condos usually have a higher HOA fee because there's some maintenance and amenities that you wouldn't get in a single family home. And even some of the single-family homes in some of these communities with pools have the higher HOA fees because they do have the community pool, community amenities, and sometimes there's some community maintenance involved with these. And if you have any interest in getting information on some of these communities, what's for sale, what's available, feel free to reach out to me and give me a call. I live nearby all of these, so it's easy for me to go check them out. My name is Dawn Dickinson. I am a realtor in Northern Arizona, and I sell primarily in Sedona, Verde Valley, sometimes Flagstaff. So if you have a question about buying or selling a home in Northern Arizona, please give me a call, text, or an email, and I will get back to you. My contact information is always in the description below. Now, the channel is Living in Northern Arizona, where I'll talk about all things related to living in Northern Arizona every single week. I post a video every Sunday. So if you like the video, please do me a favor and consider subscribing. And if you like it, also give me a like. And please come back next week where I'll post a brand new video about living in Northern Arizona, and hope you have a wonderful week.